Hello everyone, my name is Rance Taylor and welcome to my presentation on special education and the legal framework that governs it, focusing on parental and student rights. We will first start with a brief overview of the historical context before diving into the significant legal decisions that have helped shape special education over the years. Before the 1970s, students with disabilities faced significant challenges in obtaining an appropriate education. Many students were excluded from public schools and often received inadequate education. There was truly a turning point in the 1970s when a series of legislative and judicial actions began to reshape special education and how it was viewed. In 1975, the Education for All Handicapped Children Act was enacted, establishing federal commitment to providing free, appropriate public education to children with disabilities. This act being initiated with a groundbreaking step towards inclusivity and equal education opportunities for all. Later on, this act became what we now call the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Now let's take a look at two significant court cases that have impacted parental and students' rights in the realm of special education. The first court case we will view is the Board of Education versus Rowley, which took place in 1982. This case set the standard for what constitutes a free and appropriate education under IDEA. The court rose that as long as a child with disabilities receives an education that is reasonably valuable to their educational benefit, that it meets the requirements of the law. This decision emphasized the importance of individualized education plans, also known as IEPs, and showed the way for future cases involving appropriate education. The second court case we will be looking at is Tinker versus Des Moines Independent Community School District of 1969. This case established the constitutional rights of students in public schools. This case affirmed that students do not lose their constitutional rights, such as freedom of speech or expression, when they enter the school environment. This case laid the foundation for the rights of students, including those with disabilities, in an educational setting. It is also important to stay informed and up to date about the latest legal trends in special education. Here are some recommended resources that I found to help keep you up to date. The first one is the National Center for Learning Disabilities, which provides information on policies, laws, and advocacy efforts in the field of special education. The next resource is the U.S. Department of Education IDEA website. This site offers detailed information on the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act and related resources. Finally, the last resource is Arizona's Department of Education website. This website includes state-specific information on special education laws, regulations, and updates. Thank you so much for your time and joining me today as we explored special education and the legal framework. Have a wonderful and blessed day.